Overthinking and trying to be a perfectionist is what holds most people back. Most of the time, you're holding yourself back from achieving the things you want to achieve in life. The older I get and the more I experience in life, the more I realize you have no control. There's so many things that are out of your control that there's no point in overthinking and trying to be perfect. Most of the time, the things that you're overthinking about doesn't even happen. It ends up being something that you didn't even expect. And overthinking actually slows you down from progressing further in life because you're spending all your time overthinking rather than taking action. And then you feel stuck in life because you're not doing anything about it. You're not doing anything to fix your problems because all you do is overthink and trying to be perfect at everything that you do, and you become less efficient, and it's a waste of time because perfection does not exist. And most of the time, it's not even worth it to try to be perfect at whatever you're trying to do or trying to maintain perfection, because to be perfect, that means you got to be perfect forever. That means you can't make any mistakes. But how is that possible when a lot of things in life are not even in your control? And even if you can maintain perfection for 10 years, but then something that's not in your control happens on the 11th year that messes up that perfection, then that 10 years worth of effort trying to be perfect, overthinking, was a complete waste of time. There's no way to be perfect in life because it requires you to be perfect and life to be perfect. But life is not perfect. Life is full of problems. Once you solve one problem, another problem comes. Things that you don't expect along the way. All of that is just a part of life. Most of the time, overthinking is useless. It's more of a distraction, distracting you from achieving your goals. And sometimes you might end up not taking action at all. You might not even try to achieve your goals or chase after your goals because you're afraid to fail. You're afraid that you're not going to be perfect at it, and it ends up just holding you back. And think about it. What has overthinking and being a perfectionist gotten you? How far has that gotten you in life? All that hesitation, all that fear of failure, and overthinking and trying to be perfect. Are you as successful as you should be if you weren't so worried about failing? If you didn't overthink? If you walked through life without fearing the potential of failing? Without fearing the possibility that things can go wrong? Because things will go wrong. That's a part of life. But imagine how far you would get if you just stayed focused, did the things that you were supposed to do to achieve your goals. How much further you would be in life right now. How much more successful you would be right now had you just tried. Most people think that successful people just know everything. They have it all figured out in life. They don't. No one has it all figured out. No one knows what to do for something that they never done before. When you encounter a problem in life, no matter if you're a successful person, no matter if you're a genius, no matter how intelligent you are, you're not going to know what to do, but you just try to solve it. And that's what successful people do. They don't just sit there and not take action. They figure it out. And they do get stuck sometimes. Sometimes they're working on that problem and they can't fix it. They get stressed out too. They're human just like you, but they have the guts to try to be a problem solver, to try to do something with their life and become somebody. And sometimes they can't figure it out. Sometimes they do fail, but they don't give up. They try something else. Whether it's having the same goal, but having a different approach. Because there's not just one way of achieving that same goal. There's multiple ways. And even if they tried everything and they still failed, they still don't give up. They set a different goal for themselves to achieve. They find another way to become successful. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times. Walt Disney failed 300 times. Failure is just a part of success. Trying different things until you succeed is a part of life, and it's a part of success. There's no way around failing, messing up, making mistakes in life. Because to not make a mistake means you know everything, but you can't know everything in life. Life has so many variables and possibilities of things going wrong and also things going right. You can't possibly come up with a perfect plan that avoids all mistakes because you can't possibly know all the mistakes, especially if it's something you've never done before. You're going to make a mistake the first time you do something. Life is just trial and error. You go through life, you make mistakes, you figure things out, and you keep going. And you can't give up, because the moment you give up, you fail. You don't even give yourself a chance at winning in life. As long as you try, you stand a chance at winning. And it's not easy. Being successful is not easy. It is stressful because it requires adapting. You know, most people think it requires intelligence, but there's going to be problems that you don't expect, and you need to adapt to it. You need to know what to do. And maybe you don't know what to do, but you figure it out by adapting, having critical thinking skills, trying to solve the problem. And if one method doesn't work, if one strategy doesn't work, you try out a different strategy. You try out a different technique. Because there's people in the past that had the same exact problem as you, but they became successful because they found the right strategy for them. A lot of times when something's not going your way, or when something's not working out, or you can't figure it out, it's because you haven't figured out the right strategy or the right approach or the right technique to solve the problem. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is that successful people, they try. They keep trying and trying and trying. They take action and they figure things out. And when something doesn't work out, they try something else. They find another way. Unsuccessful people just sit there and overthink. They're afraid to fail. They're afraid of things going wrong, so they do nothing. And when you do nothing, you fail anyways. So why not just try? Try to achieve your goals in life. At least by trying, you give yourself the chance to live the life that you want to live. When you just quit, you take that opportunity away from yourself. You know, a lot of times people say, oh, it's all luck. You had the opportunities and resources to become successful. That's why you're successful. But you have to be able to see the opportunities in front of you. You know, so many times people have opportunities, but they don't take it. And they blame life for not giving them the opportunities that they want. Most people become successful because they just aim at something and take whatever opportunities come their way. But you have to take those opportunities when they actually come your way. You have to be prepared enough and aware enough to see them as opportunities, not as something that's difficult to do or it's a waste of time. But sometimes I do feel like life really is a game of luck. Sometimes things work out and sometimes they don't. But no matter what, you have to keep trying, because you only have to get lucky one time. So you could fail 100 times, but if you just get lucky once because you kept trying, that's all it takes to become successful. And then you just have to maintain that success. You know, most people think life is just about getting things. It's not. It's about maintaining the things that you get. Because if you don't, you'll end up losing it anyways. You know, most people are so focused on getting a nice car, but then they don't maintain it. And the car breaks down. And because they didn't take care of that car and maintain it, they end up losing it. Most people focus on trying to find a girlfriend, but they don't think about how to maintain that relationship. And when there is a problem, they don't talk it out. They're so focused on being right and just arguing with each other and yelling at each other, not realizing that the most important thing is to maintain that relationship, is to work out your problems. And then because you're not happy and she's not happy, you end up just losing her. So it's not about getting things in life. It's about maintaining the things that you get. Because if you don't, you'll just end up losing it anyways. Guess the most important thing is really just trying in life and achieving your goals. And once you get to where you want to be in life, once you live the life that you want to live, you have to maintain the life that you want to live. And you're going to have to be able to adapt, figure things out. And to do that, you have to keep trying and never give up.